Hi students, welcome to DS Economics channel. Today we are going to discuss 2017 February Kerala State Eligibility Test Economics Previous Year question. This is your part number 1. In this part we are going to discuss from question number 1 to 40 question. So let's start the video. Those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel for more such updates, and those who do not watch the previous videos of Kerala set, they can watch in the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box so that you can watch all the previous year video of Kerala set. So let's start the videos of first question. Today's first question is question number 1. A good or service that is characterized by excludability and non-rivalry in consumption is two characteristics. One is excludability and another one is non-rivalry. That is normal good, public good, private good or club good. Normal good is not related with this concept. From public, private and club good, we know that public good, characteristics of public good are non-rival and non-excludable. Both are characteristics of public good, and private good characteristics are rival and excludable. But in club good we find the mixture of excludability and non-rival. So here club good is the right option. In club good we find excludability. Excludability means that people can be prevented from accessing it, but it is non-rival. Non-rival means non-rival in consumption, meaning one person's use of the good doesn't reduce its availability for others. So we can take example including subscription based services like streaming platform or private parks. In private parks there is excludability but non-rival, so this is called as club good. So in club good we found excludability with non-rival. So option D is right here, option D. Then question number 2. An inverted U-shaped graphical relationship between tax revenue and tax rate. Tax revenue and tax rate, inverted U-shaped relationship, inverted U. It is called as offer curve, Kuznets curve, Laffer curve or Lorentz curve. So here the shape inverted U shape is also Kuznets curve is inverted U shape, Laffer curve is inverted U shape. But here question asks for tax revenue and tax rate. Tax revenue and tax rate related with Laffer curve, because Laffer curve it illustrates the relationship between tax rate and tax revenue, showing that starting from a tax rate to 0%. 0 means this is 0% tax rate. 0% tax rate, and increasing tax rate will initially raise tax revenue. When we raise tax rate, initially it increase tax revenue, but after a certain point further increases in the tax rate will lead to decrease in tax revenue. So this create an inverted U-shape graph. So it is called as Laffer curve, relations between tax revenue and tax rate. Another one is offer curve. Offer curve means it represents the supply of goods in response to price changes. It is called as offer curve, different shape offer curve. Then Kuznets curve, it is also inverted U hypothesis. Kuznets curve, it shows relationship between economic development and income inequality. Kuznets curve. Then Lorentz curve. Lorentz curve represent income and wealth distribution within a population. So these are different curves. Lorentz curve shape is just this type of shape, Lorentz curve. So here option C is right, Laffer curve. Then question number 3. An increase in the relative price of a commodity raises the return of a factor used intensively in the production of that commodity is an argument of Stoffler-Samuelson theorem, Emerson theory, Revitsky theorem or Hexer-Ohlin theory. It is called as Stoffler-Samuelson theorem. Stoffler-Samuelson theorem, because it is a result of the Hexer-Ohlin model. Stoffler-Samuelson theory, it is the result of the Hexer-Ohlin model, which states that an increase in the relative prices of a commodity will increase the real return to the factor that is used intensively in the production of that goods and reduce the real return of the other factors. For example, you can take, if a country exports labor intensive goods, a rise in the price of those goods will raise the real wages of labor. So it is called as Stoffler-Samuelson theorem. Then second one is Emerson theory. This refers to the concept that under certain condition economic growth can result in a country being worse off due to terms of trade deterioration. Then Rivesky theorem, it explains the effect of a change in the endowments of one factor on output holding commodity prices constant. Then another is Hexer-Ohlin theory. Hexer-Ohlin explains that countries export goods that use their abundant factors intensively and import goods that use their scare factors. So these are the different concepts. So option A is right here. Then question number 4, the benefit accruing to a nation from issuing the currency or when its currency is used as an international currency and reserve. The currency used as an international currency and reserve, it is called as risk premium, seigniorage, standby agreements, or Smithsonian agreement. It is called as seigniorage. It is called as seigniorage. Seigniorage means it refers to the profit of a country makes from issuing its own currency, especially when its currency is used internationally or held as a reserve currency. So it is the difference between the value of the money and the cost to produce and distribute it. So it is called as seigniorage. Option B is right here. Then question number 5, the production function exhibit a unitary elasticity of substitution between labor and capital. Unitary elasticity of substitution, it means ES, elasticity of substitution, is equal to 1 in CS production function, Cobb-Douglas, or non-linear or long run. So in Cobb-Douglas production function, elasticity of substitution is unitary, means 1. Cobb-Douglas production function exhibit a unitary elasticity of substitution between labor and capital. So this means the elasticity of substitution between labor and capital is equal to 1. Here elasticity of substitution is equal to 1. So what did it imply? It implies that a constant proportional relationship between the inputs, that is CES, constant elasticity of substitution production function, on the other hand allows for varying elasticity of substitution depending on parameter used. So here option B is right here. Cobb-Douglas production function elasticity of substitution is equal to 1. Then question number 6, if constant returns to scale prevail in production and each factor is rewarded according to its productivity, the output produced exhausted is, it is called as Ulus Theorem, Hexer-Ohlin Theorem, Factor Intensity Reversal, Factor Price Equalization Theorem. It is called as Ulus Theorem. Option A, Ulus Theorem, because Euler's theorem states that if a production function exhibit constant return to scale and factors of production like labor and capital are paid according to their marginal productivity, the output is exactly exhausted by the payments to these factors. So this ensures that all output is accounted for without any surplus or deficit. So here Euler's theorem is right answer. Then question number 7, list 1 and list 2, unemployment, inflation, unemployment and GDP, inflation and GDP, Okun's law, Phillips curve, sacrifice ratio. So first one is unemployment and inflation. It is related with Phillips curve, unemployment and inflation. There is a trade-off between unemployment and inflation. Then unemployment and GDP, unemployment GDP related with Okun's law. Then inflation and GDP, it is related with sacrifice ratio. So here 2, 1, 3. Option C is right here. 7 number, option number C is right. Then question number 8, the exchange rate policy when the exchange rate is depreciated at a rate roughly equal to the inflation differential between the country and its trading partners is revolution, flexible exchange rate, managed floating, or crawling peg. It is called as crawling peg because crawling peg exchange rate policy involves gradually adjusting the exchange rate, often in the line with the inflation differential between a country and its trading partners. So this method is used to avoid large sudden shift in the exchange rate while maintaining some control over currency depreciation. So it is called as crawling peg. Then question number 9, list 1 and list 2, custom union related with Jacob-Wiener custom union. Then theory of second best, Lipset and Lancaster related with Lipset Lancaster. Game theory related with Setlon. Then linear expenditure system, linear expenditure system, it is related with Sir J.R. Stone. So A for B2 C3 D1, option number A, 9A. Then question number 10, a theorem stating that economic efficiency will be achieved as long as property rights are fully allocated. It is called as property rights related with cost theorem. So option B is right here, cost theorem. Then question number 11, the long run relationship between inflation and interest rate is called, long run relationship is equal to, it is called as Keynes effect, Pigou effect, Fisher effect or Patinkin effect. It is called as Fisher effect. So option C is right here, because FISHER, not C, Fisher effect. So Fisher effect, it describes the long run relationship between nominal interest rate and inflation. According to the Fisher effect, the nominal interest rate is equal to the real interest rate plus the expected inflation rate. Therefore, when inflation rises, nominal interest rate tend to rise as well as to maintain a stable real interest rate. So it is called as Fisher effect. Then question number 12, which one of the following pair is not correctly matched regarding years of the establishment? The first one is WTO, it established in 1995. Yes, WTO 1995. Then International Finance Corporation 1956. Yes, this is also true. Then Asian Development Bank, it established in 1966. Yes, this is also true. Then UNCTAD in 1946. No, UNCTAD means United Nation Conference on Trade and Development. It was established in 1964, not 46, 64. So here option D is incorrect. So not correctly matched is option number D. Then question number 13, the period of Uruguay round negotiation was 19 to 95, 80 to 86, 86 to 94. Yes, Uruguay round negotiation was from 86 to 1994. So 13 number C is right. Then question number 14, a curve showing cumulative market share for each number of firms where firms are ranked from largest to smallest. It is called as concentration ratio, Lorentz curve, Angel curve, production possibility curve. It is called as concentration ratio. It is called as concentration ratio because concentration ratio shows the cumulative market share for firms ranked from largest to smallest. It is used to access the distribution of market share among firms in an industry, illustrating how concentrated or competitive a market is. It is called as concentration curve. Then question number 15, the proportion of a change in quantity demanded which is attributable to the change in real income that results from the change in price is called substitution effect, income effect, price effect or scale effect. It is called as income effect. It is called as income effect because the income effect, it refers to the portion of the change in quantity demanded that results from a change in a consumer's real income due to a change in the price of a good. So when the price of a good decreases, the consumer's purchasing power increases, it effectively making them richer, which can lead to an increase in the quantity demanded. So it is related with income effect. Then question number 16, a merger where the acquiring firms merge with the supplier of an input. So acquiring firm and supplier both are merged. It is called as upstream integration, downstream, vertical or horizontal integration. It is called as upstream integration. Upstream integration because upstream integration refers to a merger or acquisition where a company merges with or acquire a supplier of an input moving up to the supply chain, moving up. So here this is a form of vertical integration, but the specific term for acquiring a supplier is upstream integration. So it is called as upstream integration. Other options are downstream, vertical, horizontal. Downstream or backward integration means a company acquires a supplier or producer that makes an input for its product. Then other one is forward integration, backward and forward. Forward integration means a company acquires a distributor or retailer to make control of some aspect of the post production process. Then horizontal and vertical. Horizontal integration means a company merges with another company in the same industry and at the same stage of production or distribution. So these are different integration process. So it is called as upstream integration. Then question number 17, a game where one party's gains equal to sum of the other party's loss. So it is called as zero sum game. One party gain is equal to other party's loss. It is called as zero sum game. Then question number 18, learner index is used to measure price difference, monopoly power. Learner index, it is used to measure monopoly power, because we know learner index measures a firm's monopoly power by calculating the difference between the price of a firm charges for a good and its marginal cost relative to the price. So it is expressed as learner index L is equal to P minus MC by P, where P is price, MC is equal to marginal cost. So learner index is equal to P minus MC by P. A higher learner index indicate greater market power and less competition. So it is called as learner index, monopoly power. Then question number 19, does merging replace a market transaction by an intra-firm transaction? Vertical merging, horizontal, conglomerate, or both vertical and horizontal. It is called as vertical merging. Vertical merging, in vertical merging, it replaces a market transaction by an intra-firm transaction. In vertical merger, a company merges with another company in its supply chain, either a supplier or a distributor, thereby replacing market transaction with intra-firm transaction. So this integration helps streamline operation and can lead to cost saving. So other one is horizontal merger. Horizontal merger on the other hand occur between companies at the same level of supply chain and do not replace market transaction in the same way. Vertical merger replace, horizontal merger do not replace. So this is called as vertical merging. Then question number 20, GDP at market prices. GDP at market prices, it include indirect tax subsidy, exclude indirect tax but include subsidy, or include indirect tax and exclude subsidy. Yes, in GDP at market price, when we find market price, we include indirect tax and exclude subsidy, means net indirect tax. Net indirect tax means tax minus subsidy. So include indirect tax and exclude subsidy. So option C is right here. Then question number 21, interest payments to the foreign debt of India is interest payment to the foreign debt. It is called as interest payment to the foreign debt. It is debit in the current or capital account. It is debited in the capital account, because interest payment on foreign debt are considered an outflow and are therefore debited in the current account of India's balance of payment. So this reflects the payments made to foreign creditors, which reduce the country's income from foreign sources. So it is debited in the capital, debited in the current, sorry, not capital, it is debited in the current account. Interest payment to the foreign debt of India, it is debited in the current account. Then question number 22, a cover and informal agreement between members of a group of firms in an oligopoly market for deciding their price output level is called cartel, collusion agreement, or multilateral agreement. It is called as collusion. It is called as collusion because collusion refers to a covert or informal agreement among firms in an oligopoly to coordinate their pricing and output levels to maximize their collective profit. So this practice is often illegal as it undermines competition. So a cartel is a specific type of collusion where firms formally agree to control prices and production, but the term collusion more broadly encompass any informal or convert agreement. So it is a broad concept, collusion. Cartel is a smaller concept. So here collusion is right option. Then question number 23. From the following states, identify the group of states on the descending order of population based on 2011 census. Based on descending order. Descending order. First one is Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal. Yes. First one is Uttar Pradesh, then Maharashtra, Bihar, and West Bengal. According to population. So option B is right here. Then question number 24. The tendency of increase in government spending to cause reduction in private investment spending is called as crowding out effect. Government spending rise and private investment less, so it is called as crowding out effect. Then question number 25. The value of correlation ranges in between. Value of correlation range from 1 to 1, plus 1 to minus 1. Value of correlation range from plus 1 to minus 1. Plus 1 means positive correlation, perfect positive correlation, and minus 1 means perfect negative correlation, and middle is 0. 0 means no correlation. So option C is right here. Then question number 26. The value of probability of a certain event is 1, 100, minus 1, 0. So the value of probability of a certain event, it is by default 1, because the probability of a certain event is 1, meaning it is a guaranteed to occur. So in the probability, values ranges from 0 to 1. 0 means impossible event and 1 means certain event. So it is 1. Then question number 27. Two or more events are said to be dash when the outcome of one doesn't influence the other. It is independent, equally likely, dependent, or exhaustive. So it is called as independent, because when the outcome of one doesn't influence the other, it is called as independent. It is called as independent. Then question number 28. The type 1 error means type 1 hypothesis is true but reject. True but reject. So hypothesis is true but test reject it. So it is called as type 1 error. And type 2 error means false but accept. It is called as type 2. It is called as type 1. Then question number 29. Chi-square test was devised by Chi-square test devised by Carl Pearson. Chi-square test devised by Carl Pearson. So it is a statistical test used to determine if there is a significant association between the categorical variables. Then question number 30. Theories and economists. Social dualism related with Boyk. Social dualism, J.H. Boyk. And so A for. Then B. Technological dualism related with Benjamin Higgins. Technological dualism, Benjamin Higgins. Then financial dualism, H. Mint, Hall Mint. And geographical dualism, Gunnar Myrdal. Geographical dualism, Gunnar Myrdal. So option B is right here. Social dualism, J.H. Boyk. Technological dualism, Benjamin Higgins. Financial dualism, Mint. And geographical dualism, Gunnar Myrdal. Then question number 31. It is related with Keller, so let it. Then question number 32. So question number 32. Consider the following statements. Money supply M1 in India include. So money supply M1. M1 means we know that M1 is equal to C plus DD plus OD. C means currency held with public, demand deposit, and other deposits. First one is C, means currency with the public. Yes, option 1 is right. Then post office saving, no, post office saving not included in M1, it is included in M2. Then other deposits with RBI, yes, other deposits with RBI and demand deposits with bank. So option 2 is not included. Then time deposits, no, it is in M3. Then total post office deposit, no, this is not included here in M1. So M1 option 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, only 1, 3 and 4 are included in M1. So option in option C 1 and 4 only given, 1 and 4, but the right option is only in M1 C plus DD plus OD means currency held with public, then DD means demand deposits with banks and other deposits with RBI. So option 1, 4 and 3 are included. So here other options are not included here. These are broader concept, means M2, M3, M4, but only option C we can include in M1 1, 4 and 3. So here only 2 options are given, so we take as option C is right here. Then question number 33, which of the following is not a fiscal measure? Which of the following is not a fiscal measure? First one is public expenditure, means fiscal, not a fiscal measure means monetary measure. So public expenditure, fiscal measure. Interest rate related with, it is related with monetary measures. Then tax subsidy, fiscal measures. Investment subsidy, fiscal measures. Only interest rate related with RBI or monetary measures. So here option B is not a fiscal measure. So option B is right. Then question number 34, value judgment must be made to derive dash transformation curve, consumption contract curve, grant utility possibility curve or social welfare function. Value judgment must be made to derive, the social welfare function. So here option D is right here, because value judgment are essentially in deriving the social welfare function, as it incorporates ethical considerations about how resources should be distributed among individuals in society. So the social welfare function reflects societal preferences and priorities regarding equity and efficiency. So here option D is right. Then question number 35, migration proceed in response to urban-rural differences in expected income rather than actual earnings. It is called as Lewis model, Fee-Rennes, Todaro or James Mirrlees model. So it is related with Todaro model. Other options are Todaro model. The Todaro model, it says that migration is influenced more by expected income differentials between urban and rural area rather than actual income level. So it suggests that individuals migrate based on their perception of job opportunities, which can lead to urban unemployment as migrants arrive seeking better prospects. So it is called as Todaro model. Then other options are Lewis model. Lewis model means it developed by Arthur Lewis. It explains the dual economy of developing countries where labor moves from agricultural sector or rural sector to urban sector or industrial sector due to wage differential. So it emphasizes the transition from traditional to modern economic structure and role of surplus labor in agriculture. Lewis model. Then Fee-Rennes model, it is related with, it expands on the Lewis model by incorporating the agricultural sector productivity and it interactions with the industrial sector. So it highlights the process of economic development and labor migration as rural workers are drawn to urban jobs due to the promise of higher wages and better living standards. Then James Mirrlees model, it is associated with economics. James Mirrlees primarily focus on optimal taxation and incentives in economics, while it addresses issues of information asymmetry and resource allocation. Then question number 36, in a simple Keynesian model, the open economy multiplier. In simple Keynesian model, open economy multiplier, it is greater in value than closed economy multiplier, or it is smaller in value than closed economy multiplier. Yes, it is smaller in value than closed economy multiplier. Open economy multiplier is smaller than closed economy, because in simple Keynesian model, the open economy multiplier is smaller in value than the closed economy multiplier. This is because in an open economy, part of the increase in income will leak out through imports, so reducing the overall impact of initial spending compared to the closed economy, where in closed economy all spending remains within the domestic economy, but here in open economy it leak out found through imports, so it is smaller than closed economy. So option B is right here. Then question number 37, the positive relations between the growth of the population, employment and output on the one hand and the growth of labor productivity on the other is called labor surplus theory, Verdun's law, or optimal population theory, or demographic transition theory. It is called as Verdun's law because Verdun's law says a positive relationship between the growth of output and labor productivity. It's suggesting that as output increases, labor productivity also tends to rise, often due to increasing returns to scale. So this law highlights how economic growth can lead to improvements in productivity influenced by factors such as population growth and employment levels. So it is called as Verdun's law. Then question number 38, Lorentz curve is used to measure. Lorentz curve used to measure inequality. Lorentz curve inequality. We know this is the shape of the Lorentz curve. This is the inequality line. So Lorentz curve is used to measure inequality. Then question number 39, when population under investigation is infinite, we should use the. So here the if we take the population for investigation, the size of population is infinite, then we use sample method, census method, complete enumeration, or none of this. So if the size of the population is infinite, we do not use the census method. In census method we individually collect data, but in sample method we just select some sample from the total population. So if the population is infinite, the investigation is infinite, then we should use the sample method. So it is we use sample method. So option A is right here. Then today's last question, question number 40, the expansionary momentum from the centers of economic expansion to the other regions, from the center to other regions, expansionary momentum from the center to economic expansion of the region is called spread effect, Bequest effect, or income effect, or substitution. It is called as spread effect because here from the center it spread to the other sector, so it is called as spread effect. The expansionary momentum from the center of economic expansion to other region, it is called as spread effect. So here option A is right answer. So this is all about for the today's session. I hope you get some knowledge from this video. If you are benefited, then like the video, also share with your friends so that they can both are benefited from this video. And if you have any doubt, then comment in the comment section, so I will try to rectify your doubts. So in the next part we are going to discuss from question number 41 to 80. So thank you all from watching. Jai Jagannath.